Hey, yes, Baba.
How are you doing?
Yes, Baba boss. Yes, Baba boss.
Yes.
Let me sit well, please. I want to be comfortable during this conversation.
Please be comfortable. Hi guys. Welcome to ET Africa. Well, it's ET Webcast now. Yeah, it is ET Africa Webcast now.
Webcast now.
Yeah, so we are having a webcast kind of production now. And today we are going to talk about a few things regarding technology. And part of the news coming to us in the last few weeks is that Google released the long-awaited Pixel 6 and long-awaited because these things were leaked so much.
Wow.
They were so leaked to the point where Google just decided, let's just, instead of these people continuing to leak everything, let's just release them.
Just give them what they
Let's
want.
just announce them, and then this is months to the release, because they were released just like a week ago and they were announced, I think 3.
If only life could be like that.
Wow, it was, what's wrong with Google?
You're given a teaser of your life. This is what is coming.
Now imagine, Google can't keep their own secrets and they have our data.
By the way,
They can't keep their own secrets, but they have our data.
Those friends that tell you, don't just tell me, won't tell anyone.
Yeah, I won't tell anyone.
I won't tell anyone.
That's Google now. Yeah, so they finally released them. They have been long awaited. People really expected a lot from these phones because of the new Google chips, the Tensor chips. We really expected a lot because they were coming with a new design that's very different from everything they've had before, new cameras and everything. But even with all those expectations, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they are quite disappointed in the photography. Because Google cameras have been known to have the best photography, even more than
Amazing.
Without ever changing. What the camera that was in the Pixel 5 is the same one that was in the Pixel 2.
Without changing, and the level is still the same. Yes,
the computational photography software has been amazing. But apparently this time, even with the new better cameras, with a new chip
many cameras, many. They only had one camera.
They had one, yeah? And now
they have like 4.
They have 3 actually.
Okay, 3.
The main, an ultra wide, and a telephoto.
Imagine.
Mind you, they've never had a telephoto before.
And they failed.
And apparently, some reviewers are saying it's just lackluster, like there's not much improvement.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bit of improvement, but not much.
Compared.
They announced that their video is so much better now. According to people who have seen, and from the photos I've also seen from other reviewers who have the device in hand.
#Apple.
Yeah. Oh, well. You're an anti-Android, eh? Okay. Sawa. So, next, Apple released new Macbooks, and they released new AirPods, new stuff, and we are going to talk more about that. But this is the interesting bit now that Samsung saw that Apple released something on Monday. Google released something on Tuesday. They were not to be left behind, and so they told us on Wednesday.
Hold my beer situation.
And they should just have held their own beer because they had a whole 40-minute to 1 hour event that could simply have been an email. In my opinion, it just could have been an email. What was that? Releasing new colors for the...
And a phone that, how many people do you know have that phone?
First of all, it's not even a popular... Maybe they are trying to make it a popular phone because, they reduced the amount...
Price.
They reduced the price actually. This time they reduced the price of that phone.
To what?
The phone we're talking about, by the way, is the Galaxy the Galaxy Flip 3.
Yeah, Z.
The Galaxy Z Flip 3.
Yeah.
Or Z Flip, whichever.
Flip
3. The Americans call it Z Flip.
The Z Flip. Okay.
So they released new colors for this phone, and the phone is already like 2 months
old
in the market. it was just a weird mashup
of colors.
It
looks like Rubik's Cube. To me, that's a Rubik's Cube that has a battery and has a camera. Maybe you can't compare because you just flip it. It's the same thing.
I do not understand. None of those color combinations even look good.
I know.
Who puts a yellow bit on one side and then a purple bit on the other side? Like, it doesn't even make sense. And so they did a whole event for that. My opinion, okay, part of the event was also the release of some brand collaboration. And my what I think happened is this brand collaboration was already in the books before the original event, but it wasn't finalized before that event. But part of the contract, which they may have realized later, was that this brand collaboration has to be announced during a release event. And so some interns were told, hey, find something to do with this new phone, and then we will hold a release event for that, during which we'll throw in this brand collaboration. That's just my opinion. I don't know if that's the truth, but it does not make sense why that event had to be done. It doesn't. I don't see.
That event could just be summarized even into just a GIF.
Yeah.
Just a GIF is enough. Just surely a GIF is enough.
Why?
Audio-less.
What was the point? It makes no sense. And then around a week after Apple released the M1 Pro and M1 Max processors that are in the new beasts in the new MacBook Pros, Intel decided we are not going to be left behind, so they also announced that their 12th gen Alder Lake processors are out. And this time they are following what happens with ARM-based processors in phones like the Snapdragon. Yes, they are following that and doing a two-tier design that has some high performance cores and some high efficiency cores, so that they try and make the processors, because one complaint about Intel processors has always been power efficiency. The power draw is too much, they end up becoming too hot, they end up throttling the performance of the machine, which is one of the reasons why Apple decided to get out the contract with Intel. And so they are getting the two-tier design to improve efficiency. So maybe this will work. We have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see. We can't trust Intel's word. They've told us so many things so many times before.
Intel. Let me tell you. No.
Wow.
Let me tell you. No.
Wow.
No.
And finally, Facebook.
The book that has everyone's face.
Let me tell you, I am so... I do not understand Facebook at all. So, apparently, you know that they have been having very many legal troubles in the last few weeks. And so they decided that the way to finish up all these legal troubles, I don't know if that's what they decided, is just, let's just repaint the place, let's just repaint.
They won't know it's us.
Yeah, they won't know.
They
don't know it's us. And so they decided that they are changing the company name to Meta, inspired by the metaverse. There's actually what Zuckerberg said when he opened the announcement was that he believes the metaverse is the next chapter for the internet.
I believe the metaverse is the next chapter for the internet, and it's the next chapter for our company too. So I've been thinking a lot about what this means for our company and who we are as we embark on this journey. It is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do. To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta.
So apparently they decided to change the name of the company to Meta. Guys, the app will still be called Facebook. I'm seeing so many saying apparently it will be hard to say he was radicalized on Meta. Or do you have a Meta profile? No, the app will still be called Facebook, guys. What is changing is the company name. So Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Oculus, everything else, they are still remaining as that. And the app, the company's name is the one that is changing. So all these, it will be Facebook by Meta, WhatsApp by Meta, Instagram by Meta. Yeah. And I would really hope that a lot of people actually hoped that this will mean that the company culture on user privacy, which is one of the biggest complaints, which is why they have antitrust laws.
Return my data, Facebook.
They won't do that.
I'll sue you.
Well, they'll repaint again.
Beta 2.0.
Yeah. Or they call it team. Wow, interesting. Meta is just team.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, yeah, so apparently I will really hope that those the new name comes with new changes in company policy and everything. But then that is like saying that I become a new person every time I change my shirt. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, and I think, guys, now you see why it's called TECHTOBER, because everybody decides to release their stuff in October. Apart from what we just told you, Microsoft released the new Surface Studio Book, which is a laptop tablet mashup. It's a tablet. It's a laptop that breaks into a tablet. They released the Surface Duo 2. They released the Sony Xperia. Oh, not Microsoft. Sony released the Sony Xperia Pro I.
The names are just continuing. Xperia when it was 56.0.
It doesn't make sense. Actually, Sony.
What are you doing?
Actually, Sony have the worst naming. And then the Honor 50 and the twin sisters, the Honor 50, which is the Huawei Nova 9. Yes, apparently. So Huawei are back. You know, Honor is a sub-brand of Huawei.
Yeah.
Okay, was a sub-brand, but they sold it last year so that the whole Huawei ban situation wouldn't affect Honor. But the devices they've released,
they did not honor.
Wow. So the two devices, the Honor 50, the new Honor 50 and the Huawei Nova 9, are the same exact design, down to the smallest, to the point where even Geekbench scores, like benchmark scores, are the same exact thing. So it's just like
the chassis,
it's Facebook and Meta. It's wow. And something good that happened also in the last 1 week. DDR5 memory is now out.
Yeah, I'm still able.
Well, you're an Apple person, so you don't care about DDR5.
Well, what are those?
But on the Apple side, macOS Monterey is out.
It came out on Monday, 25th, on Monday. I already have it.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Windows also started delivering Windows 11 to, which is what I'm using here, Windows 11.
What are Windows?
Oh, you don't know Windows now?
Windows.
You've forgotten where you came from, huh?
No, Windows.
You'll come back.
No.
And
You don't go back.
Windows will
Windows
be waiting for you like Thanos. After all this, you come back to me.
Stop sleeping, just wake up.
Anyway, guys, that is why it's called TECHTOBER. Everybody just decides we are going to release everything in October. And so tech people call it TECHTOBER because it's a hectic time. It's a tactic time. Anyway, so to the big topic of the day, MacBooks. The new MacBook Pros. Released on 18th October 2021. Tell me, what are your feelings about them?
Those are not computers.
What are they?
Those are things that are used by NASA at the space station. Because why will someone on Earth
use that?
Buy such a device?
For
what?
Those a
laptop.
It's
It's referred to as a notebook.
So let's do this. Just give me this. Guess what we have, people? Guess what we have? Guess. Okay, it's nothing. It's just an empty box from the previous.
You don't have that money. Oh, give us money. Send us.
Yes. So this is the MacBook Pro released last year. The M1, the late 2020 MacBook Pro, the M1. And as we can see, there is a serious lack of ports. We have two USB-C Thunderbolt ports here,
and a dry side.
what?
With only a 3.5 millimeter.
Oh, they have a headphone jack.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm a Windows person, so
Yeah.
I don't know these things.
Imagine.
I borrowed this from my friend. Anyway, these
Wow.
in something.
Wow.
Windows.
Wow.
Look at what your friends
Wow.
are doing. Look at what the other children are doing. What's wrong with you? I have to press. Anyway, so this machine, when it came out, it received a lot of accolades because it completely destroyed all other machines.
Yeah.
In terms of performance, they completely. This processor, the M1 processor, is a beast. Then
their stuff.
Apple said, you think that's a beast? Hold my juice. And they released the M1 Pro and M1 Max. First of all, they announced the M1 Pro.
And you're like,
tell you,
oh my god!
I was going nuts.
Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, thank you for sending this to us. Yet I know I won't afford it, but thank you Lord for sending this to us.
I know, they were announcing these things and you're like, okay, how much will this thing cost? Because already this is really... It's not just a normal laptop that anyone can walk in and buy. This is close to 180,000.
This is someone's car.
This is a car.
This is someone's car.
Anyway, so these guys decide that we are not done yet. We are going to release a
Hold my
second
other beer.
one. Hold my other beer.
No, just hold my thermos. Hold my flask.
Hold
And
everything.
this, just hold my container.
And they declared war and they released the M1 Max. And I tell you, that thing is a beast. That thing is a beast. Let's start with the M1 Pro. So from what I have, from the specs I have for the M1 Pro, where is that? Yes, it has. It like they have a decode engine for ProRes.
Yeah.
It comes with Thunderbolt 4.
Yeah, the last ones had Thunderbolt 3.
It supports two external. How many external displays does the?
Uno.
Just one.
Uno, just one.
But I think the Pro,
Maybe
the Air had support for one and the Pro had two. The last year's MacBook Pro had two.
Me, I know mine has only one. That
You
is
have
like a
an Air,
disadvantage. Yes, it's the worst thing ever. You know, you won't have a setup, but it's going to just freak out people. But now, but it's okay.
And then it has up to 32 GBs of unified memory.
32
Yes.
GB. On
a 10-core CPU, that's the base spec of the M1 Pro. A 10-core CPU, a 16-core GPU. Definitely the usuals, neural engine, 5nm process, 200 GBs of memory bandwidth.
200 GB per second.
Yes.
Per second.
Yes, GB per second
second
of memory bandwidth. That is super fast memory, which is now, because it's all a system on a chip. It's accessible to the GPU. It's accessible to every process. That thing is a beast. And 33.7 billion transistors in the M1 Pro. 33.7 billion. So.
How many people are there now? Maybe like
7
billion?
8.
Imagine.
So everybody
can be given.
really, that's how you think of it.
Imagine everybody a task. Just imagine every human can just be given a task. Do this. Now multiply.
How many?
Like 7 times.
Yes. Actually 5 times.
My God.
4 times. 32 times 8. 32 divided by 8
Still,
is.
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Math.
The math will math.
The math will math.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So yeah. Then on top of that, now they released the M1 Max, which now kind of like just doubles everything. Definitely ProRes encode and decode.
Which makes the other one
Thunderbolt 4. Yeah, you see. Like, I was holding my head when they were releasing the M1 Pro, and then they released the M1 Max, and I'm like,
wait. Actually, me, I paused. I just went because this one is like
just get some water.
Samsung. Samsung, this is an event.
Yes.
Is
Now
an
this
event.
is an event.
Yeah.
What is? Support for 4 external displays.
Four.
You can have 3
Yay.
Pro display XDRs and a 4K TV. It has up to 64 GB of unified memory in a laptop. 10 core CPU and 32 cores GPU. Why? Apple, why? Okay. 5 nanometer process, kawaida, neural engine, normal. Now, 400 gigabit per second memory bandwidth. 400 GB per second memory bandwidth. Not gigabit, actually, gigabyte memory bandwidth. And the number of transistor count, 57 billion.
Okay, so now take the number of human beings. How many people are there on Earth? Now, 7 billion roughly. Now multiply that times 6. Times 7!
Times 8.
49!
Times 8.
The math will math still, but still.
What happened to your math?
Oh.
PK's math teacher, you need to be arrested.
Sorry. I'm not doing mathematics since primary, high school, campus, everywhere.
Yeah, so that is the new M1 Pro and M1 Max. These things, and according to reviewers, because we don't we have the older ones.
We have the small things.
Yes, we have the smaller ones. But according to people other reviewers, the likes of MKBHD, Lukmiani, the people who've already received these things, Apple, come on, man.
Talk to us.
Anyway, so according to everyone else who's received the machines already, these things are crazy. First of all, the fact that, from a creative standpoint, the fact that you can watch 7 streams of 8K ProRes footage. You can play it back without any glitches. Let me tell you, the machine I use.
What?
My Pro machine.
What?
Dell Optiplex.
Correct. Motivate yourself till you get that one.
One day in the future.
Amen,
Anyway,
my brother.
the machine I use has.
Is it a machine? Okay, so.
Wow.
Okay, so.
Wow.
Okay. There.
Wow. Okay. So my machine, the one that I use to edit, the one that's going to edit this video. It's quite a relatively good computer, but if I dare play one stream of ProRes footage on it, yes, that is exactly what it will behave as.
Correct.
And then it will just tell me, Premiere Pro stopped responding. Restart.
For start?
For start? Or will you wait for it to
Wait
respond
for
50 years from now? Anyway,
Patient, please.
now, for these particular machines, 8 streams, like you play them concurrently and no glitches whatsoever. You put effects on them, no glitches. These things run like butter. And you wonder, why? Apple, what are you doing? Okay, I don't even know. I will just give me the base spec and I throw away this machine. Just throw it away. Anyway,
that laptop will replace a whole workstation.
An entire workstation.
A whole workstation.
And there's the 16-inch model and there's the 14-inch model. I don't even want the 16.
Just give me the 14. just give me the 14. I'll make it work.
An amazing liquid retina XDR extreme dynamic range display. And from what I've seen, that screen is amazing. It's crisp.
From what you've seen.
From what I've seen.
Imagine
from what I've seen on my non-crisp screen is that screen is crisp. Yes.
Sponsored by Krakens.
Wow, really?
Sponsor us.
This video is not sponsored, it's sponsored by ourselves.
We need snacks, also sponsor us.
Yeah, we wouldn't find snacks. One of the beauties of these new processors is that they have such a small power draw that they extend your battery life to up to 21 hours.
Let me tell you, that is the new one. Mine M1, my MacBook Air. The last time I can charge it on Monday and use it on Monday, the whole of Monday, use it the whole of Tuesday, and then charge it on Wednesday, maybe at lunchtime.
Interestingly, one of the things that have really pushed AMD processors over Intel is the same thing that we talked about, efficiency, which is why now Intel is also copying the efficiency models, the architecture of having high performance cores and high efficiency. This laptop here, my HP EliteBook, is also using an AMD Ryzen 7 4750 Pro.
That is something.
Yeah, and it actually has quite some good battery life. It can go for video playback. It can go up to 12 hours. Continuous video playback.
You leave it.
I will leave it for 12 hours.
For 12 hours.
And it will
12 hours.
Yes. So it's actually also, because we were used to those 2-hour machines. Like that's what we...
It's a laptop, it's a desktop.
It's a laptop, it's a desktop. Yeah, so we were used to those 2-hour machines, but these can actually run for up to 12 hours. And so to see that now, how much like continuously, how much time? Roughly 15 hours.
15 hours.
Is what the M1 machines can run 15 to 18 hours.
Yeah.
So now the new ones can run for up to 21 hours of continuous usage.
You know what it's carrying inside there, and it's still going.
It is carrying a beast that can do all those crazy things that we just said, and it will still run for up to 21 hours. That is amazing. I don't even know.
There's no other about it. There's no other.
That's just crazy.
It's not even normal.
Yeah, and it has amazing sound from what I've heard. I've seen a few people doing sound tests compared to these M1 Pro, the M1 Pro machines, and the new M1 Max or the MacBook Pro M1 and the M1 Pro MacBook Pro. What is that?
Let's refer to the chips. The M1 Pro and the
M1 Max. Yes. So I saw some people. I've seen a few comparisons of that sound, and they actually sound really, really good. Apparently they have a 6-speaker sound system with spatial audio.
My house just has their laptop.
Yeah, amazing graphics, and up to 8 TB of storage. The highest tiers come with 8 TB of storage. So something else that they've done that is really cool is that both the 16-inch and 14-inch models, you can spec them up to the highest spec.
Both of them, there's no one. This one is greater.
Yeah.
So it's only the chips which are different.
Yeah, the only thing it's only the size actually. You can have the M1 Max highest spec on the 14-inch and the same on the 16-inch. It's only the size that will be the difference. Yeah.
Amazing.
They actually now I really wanted to come to this pattern. The screen is bigger, but also has a small forehead called a notch, and I think this was the biggest slap in the face for iPhone users who have been hoping that they will take out the notch at some point, and then they were like, you want us to remove a notch? You get a notch. Everybody gets a notch.
We are going to put it in the highest spec laptop.
Yes.
Put it there.
Let
them see it.
Exactly. So I think that it just broke my heart that now we are going to have to deal with the notch. Like, if they are going to put it on the highest end,
that means
notch.
It's not changing anytime soon.
There is no way they are removing it.
It's not changing anything.
I stand corrected.
And the notch
doesn't
do anything. Just houses the camera.
Yeah.
Imagine it doesn't have even Face ID.
Yeah, that's the
It is
thing.
just freestyling there.
They don't even have Face ID on it. Why? But I think
Oh, don't think that's a man. There's nothing to think about. The note is a no. It's a no.
personally, from what I've seen, the way it handles the menu bar and everything, I don't think I mind it. But yeah, maybe they should add some more functionality in it.
But how?
The rest of the
It's not,
Face
that
ID.
is not going to work right now. Maybe later updates.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm
now-
saying. For the people who buy this first generation of the machines with the notch, they won't get any
Yeah,
added
sorry to you,
functionality.
but you have money. Send me some money.
But I'm guessing the reason they did that, in my opinion, is had they put a small notch right now and then added Face ID later and increased the size of the notch, the backlash would have been more.
Yeah.
So they just decided, let's put a big notch right now, and then later
Proceed.
on, we'll just
Proceed.
continue adding stuff within
Yeah.
that small notch.
Yeah.
That same size of notch.
And also say we reduced a 0.25% of the notch.
Exactly, and then you see the same thing they did. They took away the ports and then
And-
they brought them back and they were like, we brought back
gosh.
the ports. Oh my
It's like
goodness,
never-
how
no one has ever
amazing
done that
of
before.
us. Exactly, it's like other
People
laptops
can
don't
put
have
ports in laptops.
Laptops can have ports.
Imagine.
Oh my goodness, we did it. We did
it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. Yeah, so apparently they decided to bring back ports. So I'm guessing they'll probably do the same with the notch. They'll give us a notch and then they'll be like, we reduced it for you. Come on,
People.
clap for us. So yeah, so something else they did amazing with these machines is that the laptops, like the new iPhones, have promotion displays now. 120 hertz refresh rate. So yeah, I think a lot of people are screaming from the top of the buildings that 120 hertz is amazing.
The 120 hertz.
Exactly, you never
You'll
notice
never know.
it.
I think just knowing that you have it.
I think for gamers, it's
for
possible
gamers,
to notice.
For gamers, makes
And
sense.
for who else?
But
For-
someone who is on YouTube 24/7.
you will not notice the 120 hertz display,
Sure.
but sure, it's there.
Have fun.
Comes with studio quality microphones. I don't understand what manufacturers say when they say studio quality.
And they are
Because those
studio
microphones
quality
are not
microphones.
studio quality.
Do you know studio? Which studios do you go
I
to?
wonder. This is a relatively cheap microphone, and
And
it
it's
sounds
better.
better than any of those microphones that they say. But
it's-
apparently
okay,
it's studio quality. I don't know which studio, but
Take it,
okay,
okay,
it's
studio.
it's studio quality.
We don't know. About
1080p FaceTime HD
For the
camera.
first time ever, give it a round of applause for Able.
I still don't understand. Give me your phone. This camera that is here is tinier than what
The one that
is
is on the laptop.
exactly. So how is this 1080? Not this is actually 4K.
Yeah.
How is this tiny camera here
Better.
a 4K camera with all this space that they usually have here? They still can't fit. I don't understand. What that math is not mathing.
Ask them. Just
Why?
ask them.
Why? Anyway, yeah. So basically, that is the the new M1 Pro and M1 Max MacBook Pros. I do not know. You're a programmer. You're a coder.
Yeah.
What do you think about these machines?
When it comes to building, it's not saying that the previous models are work.
How do these perform actually?
They are okay. They actually okay for mine.
Compared to before,
mine, I
you-
spec'd it up for.
Okay. What spec is that?
16 GB RAM and
Which is the highest spec
yeah.
for that
the
generation?
other time you could not
Uh-huh.
go past that, and also now 1 TB SSD.
Okay.
Yeah, so and also 8-core CPU and 8-core GPU.
Okay.
There's also a lower base for M1 Air,
Okay.
which is 8 CPU and 7 GPU.
Okay.
But I opted for that because I can.
Yeah.
Sorry, because the Lord provided. And
Hallelujah.
also praying for the Lord to provide for the Pro
Hallelujah.
Max.
Amen.
Please just.
I am praying
But-
for that blessing also.
but-
and I
but-
receive.
But back to the topic. Yeah.
Back to the topic. So
In
you
building-
spec it out. How
Yeah.
how does it work?
When it comes to building, because usually building in Xcode, building for applications for iOS. Yeah, it's really fast compared to what I had. Okay. I was in Windows. I was sorry.
You're really rude today. You're really rude.
I was once. It's when you think about you passed and you remember
you remember where you come from.
Yeah, just want to say that it's better. I feel at home. Thank you, people. Send me the new one. I also tell you if I feel more at home. But
with this one, you'll feel in the bedroom. You'll be inside.
In the jacuzzi, the bedroom has a jacuzzi. The bed has a jacuzzi inside it, and I have a butler who gives me.
You'll be at home that level. Okay.
But it's amazing. It's amazing when it comes to programming.
For me also, I think I would really, really like that machine for my creative work, video editing, graphic design, which is what I do.
GPUs.
Yeah. Because the GPU is 64,000 on it's 62,000 on benchmark tests. I don't think my nice Ryzen HP here can get to even 20,000. I think like 12,000.
But it's okay. You'll get there one day.
But my main work machine, not 62,000, like 15, maybe like 15,000.
But that's enough.
But that's enough.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to imagine what kind of how fast my workflow would be if I had these machines, and honestly it will be off the hook. Off the hize for shize. Off the hook for sure.
You're showing your age now.
My age is showing, guys.
Because who says for sure for shize? That is ancient of days.
Prezo said.
That
sang a full song.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You're showing your age. The only Prezo we know is
the president of the country.
It's only him. The rest we don't.
Yeah, so I for me, I would really go nuts if that machine landed on, it's here.
Will it land, or will it just leave it?
Hallelujah! I believe that it will land on my table one day. Hallelujah! Woo. Anyway. Yes, guys, these machines are really crazy. If you are a creative, if you are a programmer, if you are someone who works with high performance programs and such, you are going to enjoy your experience with these machines. I know that for a fact. Because just going with the normal M1, the last generation M1, the first generation M1, these machines are crazy, and they are going to get even crazier now. And I'm just waiting to see what
what is next.
Yeah,
where are we even going?
I don't know. I don't even know. I'm trying to imagine what will they do with them too, because these things have just completely. And now I understand. See, one of the reasons I had that they decided to ditch Intel was because every year Intel will deliver a chip to them, and it will just be like a 5% improvement, like a small percentage improvement.
Yeah.
What they have done with just the two chips, which is the M1 and the M1 Pro and M1 Max, just the two generations, the two releases, is so massive. It is like 3 or 4 years of improvements for what Intel would have given them in just months. So I'm trying to imagine what will they do, what kind of chips will Apple be creating 4, 5, 6 years from now. I can't even imagine. They're going to...
Let's just do this. Let's just save up.
Yeah, let's just start saving, because what will come with the M2 is going to be crazy.
I want.
You want the M2?
Because why shouldn't I want? You want the best for yourself.
Definitely.
Then go get the best.
Go get the best. It's going to be crazy. Somebody told me when the M1 came out, we just sat and watched those videos, and the general consensus was these guys have completely changed computing for the foreseeable future. And I can tell you, because of now, you can see Intel has started following suit in terms of architecture and everything. AMD has also been in that kind of, because AMD have been doing that double tier kind of architecture since Zen, I think Zen 2 or Zen 3.
Yeah, I think they're just waiting for that one person to make that leap of faith.
Yeah, and so computing is seriously going to change. Although from what I've also from the news that's been making headlines, chip companies are saying that the chip shortage that has been happening throughout last year and this year is going to continue till the end of maybe 2022.
Hashtag PlayStation, guys.
Those people are suffering. You're suffering.
PlayStation 5 is like it was just stories. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
Going back to it.
Yeah. So apparently the chip shortage is still going to continue. Well, I'm wondering how it is continuing when guys are like, oh, chip shortage. Apple is like, hold this drum.
Let me show you.
They're just like, come on, what chip short? Chip? Yeah.
Double show them.
Abu, do you have the bring just come, just bring.
We'll make it even cheaper.
Yeah, let's make it cheap.
That's cheap. Make it cheaper.
Even what Pixel have done, they released new phones, new cameras, new hardware, new everything, and then just decided price. Let's make it cheaper.
Yeah, take it.
Take it. Just take it.
Take it. You're complaining.
So there are some companies that don't seem to be feeling the chip shortage. What's going on?
We don't know. It's just going monopoly. There's something going on in Silicon Valley, but we don't know. We don't know.
Anyway, for the amazing work that Apple is doing, for the amazing work that I'm going to plug AMD because I'm an AMD user, and these machines are actually mini. I am going to give them
Apple. That's for me.
It's amazing. I like
what you're doing.
What you're doing is amazing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I really hope that you enjoyed this. We are going to do this so much more often. This kind of setup where we just have a discussion regarding what technology is there. Really appreciate you joining us. We really love that you took your time to join us. So please subscribe, click that notifications bell, follow us on Instagram. Anything
you can follow me on Instagram as
well. Yeah, you can follow him at Kiragu and at Solo Kiguru. Follow our Instagram at ET_Africa. Yeah. And follow us on YouTube. We're going to put all those things down below. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you guys.
Adios.
See you in the next one.